Hey guys, Ajax22 here, and as long as we've got out some of the Mossbergs, I had to show this one off. So this is going in random gun videos. This is a really kind of a cool historical piece. This is a pre-68 Mossberg 500, so it's got no receiver markings at all. All it says on these is 600A 12 gauge, barrel by New Haven, so it might have even been made under license. It's got amazing real tiger stripe wood that's not burned in. Got the really cool old school shape to the wood. A kind of a unique parkerized finish. The trigger group on these is really unique. It's different than everything else, and you'll notice that since it's an early one, the Remington 870 dual action bar patent was still in effect, and they didn't have that yet. So it's single action bar, which is here's a random pre-68 one, but you can see that it never had it at all. Kind of I think this one might actually be a 20 gauge, but yeah, this one's a lot of fun for me. I modified the front end. It got turned down nice and short, and then brought back up using a Saiga 12 breacher muzzle brake, which was then hand filed into basically a circular saw. It's pretty sharp, and then turned on the inside to give it a little bit of an edge to it. And then this is one of my favorite modifications that I do to Mossbergs, although you got to be a little careful with it. It's actually the factory barrel nut, and then you drill it out and add a lip so the tactical sling will just drop right in. I don't know why Mossberg doesn't do this from the factory. It would take 2 machining processes, and it just adds so much functionality to the gun. So they should be doing that. The sling is, I get these on eBay actually for like $4 or something. They're AK-47. I think they're Hungarian slings, and then instead of the traditional AK hook, I drill them out and re-rivet the tactical quick disconnects. So you got one back here. This is actually one of the drilling cup style. They're really cool. If you have 2 hands, it makes it easier. I need to replace that with a different screw. I don't like the shiny on it. But yeah, so this one is going to be kind of a theme gun for doing, well, essentially a suit and shoot. We're going to do some cosplay, and we need to build some guns for the girls. So this is my attempt at copying the Kanji from Suckerpunch for cute little girls to dress up in corsets and miniskirts and go play with shotguns. So this is getting engraved into the receiver. I just need somebody to actually help me with the kanji and make sure that I'm not inscribing something that's horribly retarded and not actually meaning anything. So if you guys happen to know anybody that knows some kanji, I could use some help with that. One to be cool, one to be the one from Suckerpunch, but I'm not 100% good on this stuff, so help would be appreciated. One thing that I still need to do is I'm going to replace this butt plate with a piece of, I think, 1/2 inch thick brass, and then machine the screw locations so that they're the same cup style as here, so that I can take the sling from going from here to the front and then loop it around to the back, so that you can just have it like under an overcoat. I think that would be cool, and if it's cool, then why not do it? So that's a thing. That's what we're doing. As far as engraving this, I'm actually gonna, once I know what it's supposed to look like and I get a little bit of confirmation, I'm gonna take a little diamond ball engraving tool I think it's actually a dental bit. I got a bunch with some tools that I scrounged up, and they just are great for marking stuff. So that's probably what I'm going to use to cut this into the receiver nice and deep. And then underneath it'll still be that great phosphate finish. So that's what I got. This is the random gun video for the nurpler. Yeah, this isn't, you know, a gun they had in Suckerpunch, but you know, they really should have. One thing that we've talked about, just kicking around with the guys doing the concept art for this thing, one thing we came up with was potentially putting the bunny rabbit on the stock on the other side, or putting a rack number, like a white engraved and then painted rack number on the stock to make it seem more militaristic, given the Suckerpunch-ness. Again, just a cool gun to like hand to scantily clad females to go shoot and shoot with. So that's kind of what we're going for. Anyway, would love some help with the kanji. If you guys happen to know of a good location for a guide or somebody that's going to be able to help me. I think it's Chinese, but I've heard, you know, 3 different translations. I think one was something about being high above, and then one was like group or individual of perverted women, and the other one was something about a unit of bad women. So, you know, perverted women, bad women, all work. Something high above, not so sure. I think if that's the case, then I'm somehow miscopied something. Anyway, yeah, that's what we're doing. So, random gun video, the nurpler. Hope you're enjoying it. All right, bye.